Hello. So, today, some stuff came in the mail in Amazon, and I'm going to talk about it. So, the first thing that needs to be noted is this is Minecraft with some shaders running. This is surprisingly the game that most taxes my GPU. And that's what we need for today's video. So, here we are in a world getting a nice, wretched, god-awful 15 FPS. Hey, it was at 20 there for a second. And the first thing I need to talk about is new monitor. Gone are the days of 1680 by 1050. Oh yes, it is the time of the 1080p, full on 1920 by 1080. So that's nice. New monitor, looks really good. It's an Asus monitor, 23-inch. So nothing super special, but now, one thing that I haven't actually been able to find out about this monitor because of conflicting sources is whether or not it is an IPS panel. And some places say that no, it in fact is not. And it doesn't say what it is. Maybe TN, maybe not. And then some places say, oh yeah, it's IPS, don't worry about it, bruh. And I'm like, okay. IPS or nothing. Or IPS or not, just tell me. But no, that's not a possibility. So, anyway, the main purpose of this video is to talk about what I have over here, ironically sitting on a computer from 2002 or something like that. I have my new baby. I can even see it in there. I can't smell it though. But it's very nice looking. It is in fact the the GTX 970. Now and it's the ACX2 from EVGA. And it is the superclocked edition. So yay for that. Anyway, I, as you may know, am still running my 650. So, this video is going to be in two parts. And it's really going to be about comparing the performance of my new video card against my old one. So, this is Minecraft, low teens of FPS. Alright, let's look at some other games. Let's see. How are you going to run Mr. Kerbal Space Program? Kerbal Space Program runs like a dream. Let's just go take a look in a book. Oh, crud. I really hope I didn't just turn on the 64-bit version. Alright, so we're going to look at a couple of my games that I have here. As you can see, I have a well-sized arsenal. And we're going to be taking a little peek at all of them. And it looks like Kerbal Space Program remembers 1050p. So that gives you an idea of my old display size. You can see that there. So we're going to need to change that. And did it start in 64-bit? I hope not. Task Manager. How did Kerbal Space Program start? 32! Yay! Alright, I won't have to worry about mod incompatibility. Now, alright, so I need to turn, okay, 1920 by 1080. Apply. Hell yes, accept. Alright, so, while I'm here in Le Kerbal Space Program, I'm going to tell you a couple of the things I have running. So, the first thing that needs to be worried about is I am running the Environmental Visual Enhancements mod. So that's going to give me some nice clouds, which we can see. Hey Val, resume saved. Okay, Kerbal Airline, sure, continue. We'll take a look at how this looks, and let me actually get my brand spanking new graphics card out of my lap. And let's go build ourselves a little bit of a space plane to fly around so we can look at how the game runs. So, just a tiny little thing, I think. Here, I'll pause it while I build it. Alright, so I've just constructed a little bit of a test plane here, and now we're going to go test the performance. Oh, I need to hire a pilot, don't I? Go to Astronaut Complex. Alright. There we go. So, let's go see how this game looks. And I will quickly just open up the... As soon as it loads, please. Okay, there we go. Let's have 12. And we want the performance meter. Yeah. Alright, so now you can watch the performance live over right there. Remember, this is while recording that it's showing this performance. Every single control surface on the plane trying to lift up, and off we are. Alright, so looks like it's averaging about 90 FPS, 120. Oh, wait, hold on. No, FPS is right there. Oopsie daisy. Oh dear. So, looks like about 30 FPS. And we've got min and max numbers there. Bring it around. Alright, so another thing I need to mention is that, or about my current KSP install, I'm using a program that I got with Sins of a Solar Empire, actually. And it, or the Sins of a Solar Empire Star Trek Armada 3 mod. And I will be showing that game probably in this video. And that is large address aware so that I can give this some more RAM. Now let's go look at another game. My max FPS is currently infinity. Alright, so here we are in the game of Space Engineers, and we are looking at how the performance is, and right now we are running DirectX 11 graphics on Space Engineers. So in the new DirectX 11 update, on Easy Start 2, which is one of the most intensive things you can do with Space Engineers really fast, is just load up Easy Start, and it's getting about 20 FPS while recording. I've had experience with Space Engineers in the past, and this recording probably looks really choppy. But you see it right there. It's about, well, now that we're over here, it's 30 FPS over by the red ship. And also, it shows polygons somewhere on here, so you can get an idea of polygon to performance, which is actually really nice and easy way of understanding how the game is running, but I can't seem to find that polygon counter on there. And, okay, cool. Invader Zack. Anyway, that's Space Engineers. Alright, so here we are in the game of War Thunder. We can see the FPS down here in the bottom is currently about 32. So in the 30s to 40s, let's see what it is in-game. By the way, just something I thought is worth mentioning. This is, of course, running on movie settings, so it just goes to show. Yeah, you don't need much for War Thunder. Granted, this is 30 FPS, and it could be a lot higher, but I mean, this is better than what you get on the PlayStation 4, for example. Alright, so it looks like we've gotten into game as I've been discussing PC Master Race superiority, even for 3-year-old graphics cards almost. It's coming up on 3. And alright, so it's a beautiful day to fly a bomber. And it looks like in-game still about 30 FPS. Honestly, not very surprised by that. So that's War Thunder. Alright, small side note, because I watched that when I stopped recording, my FPS jumped about 30 FPS, so I was actually running at 60 FPS here in War Thunder on movie settings. And, oh dear, server side. Yep, Gilligan, you need new servers, or Gilligan, however you pronounce it. So that's a point I wanted to make. Most of my games, the performance is about halved when recording, although I do know that Space Engineers is an exception. Space Engineers just runs like crap all the time, no matter what you do. So that's a thing. But there probably is still a performance drop-off while recording. So that's just something I'd like to note. And also for those of you who record without capture cards, when I go over the 970's performance, you can see exactly what you can expect your performance drop-offs to be when using the GTX 970 superclocked from and I crashed. Oh well. Anyway, you can see what performance you expect from the superclocked ACX2 GTX 970. So, next game. Alright, so here we are in the great game of Robocraft on fantastic video settings, and we're going to see how the performance is right now in the main menu. Hold on, do I have VSync on? Yeah, Robocraft, you need to have more settings. Alright, so right now the game is running pretty darn well. So, this is in the menu, of course, so, or no, garage. So let's go see what it looks like in-game. Alright, so here we are in-game, and I'm just gonna test here real fast what it looks like when the guns are firing. But it looks like about 60 FPS. And they've changed the game. Huh. Holy crap, they've, like, made all kinds of changes and shit. Damn. Alright, well, so far it looks like the game is handling Robocraft just fine. On my end, I'm feeling a little bit laggy, to be honest, but
Plasma bomber spotted.
yeah, so that concludes my tests of the GTX 650.